Okay, this is still on Paul Bradley's property, my brother. We're on the east end of the property now, and we're going up into the area where I've seen tracks and heard sounds that I can't explain. I have never actually seen a creature that somebody might identify as a Bigfoot, but this is just for documentation purposes, and as you can see, it's a variety of terrain here. It's a really neat deer hunting area, that's for sure. But we've got timber, and we've got evergreens, and we've got some open areas too. One of my favorite things is, let me get up here on the hill a little bit. Right down there, those beautiful cottonwoods growing on the creek down there. You can see the white bark on the trees down through there. And it's getting late at night, or in the evening, kind of hard to see. Well, I'd like to. That is a deer blind we built last year. Anyway, I'm gonna move on with this road over to another one where I found tracks and explain that when I get there. Oh, wrong road. Sorry folks, let me back up here. It's the wrong trail. We got little trails that kind of crisscross this muddy ground. There's old red dirt roads everywhere. Like I say, we wouldn't waste our time on this if it was a joke or something we made up. This is what we've seen. You can evaluate it however you want to. We will welcome anybody that can identify something other than a Bigfoot type Sasquatch creature. It would be just great. Because believe me, I've been in denial and I've tried to say no, it's not it since day one. And in fact, this is where I'm taking you now. I didn't even say anything to Paul about it for several weeks. It was just something I filed away, and we didn't really talk about any kind of creature till one day. And even then, we both were in denial, saying, no, that can't be it. But anyway, here we are at my first location. It's right here at the fork of this little road where it goes around a tree. We're going to get out of the truck now, look around. I'll explain to you what I found. This happened back in August, end of August, 1st of September of 2014. This red dirt anthill was here. That's why I know where to come exactly. I had been out here on this property getting my deer hunting areas ready, clearing some brush, that kind of thing. putting up a few blinds, and I come walking south down this road and trying to get to another location, and I got right down here. There's old Pete running around. He was with me that day. Got right here at this anthill, and I found tracks. Now if you look at this right here, that's going to be a deer was pawing the ground right there. You can see his tracks. Deer did that. It's a pretty cool thing. Sometimes cats will do that too. But I got right about in this area right here, and I saw no doubt about it, it looked like a barefoot print. We're talking, this is pretty warm day, and you got this thick brush here through here. It kind of opens up over here a little bit, but this barefoot human looking print come up from in here, and I'm going to walk exactly the way it did when I found the tracks. It stepped here, stepped here, it was here, then the next step was way over here. So it came up right through this area, right here, and then I didn't find another one because you see it's kind of grassy till it got up into here, right in here. And then I found like a partial track over in this area, and then it was gone. That was it. So it come right up through here, and I didn't say nothing to anybody. I did draw some circles around it with a stick because that's what I do. I used to do manhunts in the brush, looking for escaped convicts and escaped felons, and I have seen just about any track that can be put down, and I've never seen a bare footprint going through the woods or across the road. I circled every track there was, and granted, they were not fresh tracks, and you could tell they had aged a little bit from the wind. Hadn't been rained in, but this is sandy ground, so they will kind of cave in a little bit just through time. Like, well, you can see my tracks here. Those tracks they'll cave in just a couple days. You won't even be able to tell I was here. But that is the sighting of the footprints. And I brought Paul over here and showed it to him. It was like another week later. We was out here working and just talking, and I walked him up this road and showed it to him. And that's the end of this location. I've got one more, and see y'all later. Okay, this last deal happened right here where my lights are shining. Yeah, you can see my lights are shining there. This happened back in January. Toward the end of January of 2015, which will be a year from now ago, because this is January of 2016. I came out here. This is where I had my hunting blind at the time, and gun season, bow season, all the seasons were over with. I was working midnight shift, and it was a beautiful night when I got off. Big old clear skies, bright moon, and I went home and changed clothes, picked up my dog, old Pete. He's laying over there, right there in the back of the truck, taking a nap. Anyway, I came out here, me and Pete came out here, and I was folding up my blind, getting my stuff, Gonna take it home, load it up in the truck, and I heard a whoop sound. That's the only way I can explain it. Just a real loud whoop. And it was back toward where those tracks were, which I'm gonna try to show you. My battery's getting low here, but it came from, I was over here, and it came from that area right through there, just right there. Those tracks that I had found in September of the year before, or yeah, September of 2015 or 14. Yeah, that was September of 14. Was right there where that big tree is. You can see it. That was right there on the other side of that tree. And that whoop sound came from right in here. And I'm standing right over there. I used to, I still do, coyote hunt a lot. And just out of habit, every time I hear a coyote, I'll mimic that sound like a coyote makes and get them talking back to me. And just out of habit, without even thinking, when I heard that whoop, I whooped back at it. They made the exact same sound. And then I stopped myself and I thought, now what was that? And at the same time, Pete ran wanting to get back in the truck. And to be honest with you, I considered it myself, but I decided to be hard-headed and stay here and finish doing what I was doing. Well, about that time, I could hear it walking right through there. Then I heard it back in there. And so I just started making a whole bunch of noise and got everything I needed to do. Got everything done, and I left and drove up here on the hill and parked for a couple hours. I was out here till 4:30 and never heard another sound or saw anything at all. I don't know of a bird or any animal that makes a whoop sound. And of course, I've seen on TV where those Bigfoot investigators, they say that the Bigfoot will make a whoop sound. Another side note is the closest house at the time where anybody was living is a little over half a mile from right here. And it was loud enough that the dogs at that house started barking when that thing whooped. And that's the end of this, and the end of the update on what we've seen so far. And if it's our intentions, if anything else comes up over time, we'll document it. Like I said, there's nothing spooky about it. I didn't feel intimidated. I didn't want to leave. I don't know if it didn't want me here, but maybe felt a little fear just because it was something unknown, but in general, wasn't that worried about it. And see, I can hear a coyote now. It don't sound anything like that. Okay, there's the coyotes. Woo! You can hear them barking back at me. Love the coyotes. Whoop! Go, go! Okay, I'm playing with the coyotes now. Anyway, that's the end of that, and hopefully if we get anything else going on, it'll be recorded. This